Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I will show how to create a VPC in AWS using Terraform. So for creating VPC we need below files. Yeah, net.tf, provider.tf, was.tf, version.tf and vpc.tf. So provider.tf and version.tf is same as it was used earlier. You can have a look on it. In provider.tf we are saying that a region is basically in AWS. In provider.tf we will use a AWS region, and here in was.tf we have defined the default region, that is the AP South. So in version.tf we are saying that we will use the Terraform 0.12. So remember, this code is for the Terraform 0.12. Now we have a look on the VPC TF. Okay. So for creating VPC, we need a resource at AWS underscore VPC and give the name of main. So you can give your name, and we will define the CIDR block. It depends on the how big your infrastructure going to build. So you can define as /16 or /24/8 as per your requirement. Stand tenancy is default. It will take default tenancy. Enable DNS support and enable DNS host name. So basically both should be true because you are going to use internal DNS and the host name, and after that we have tag is you can give tag as per requirement. Then we will define the subnet. So we are going to use the 3 public subnet and 3 private subnet. So these are the public subnet. So this is the public subnet. First is a main public 1, main public 2, and main public 3. We will define the VPC ID. So AWS underscore VPC dot main dot ID. So basically this is the AWS dot main, the name of VPC you have defined, then its ID. So these subnet will be created in this VPC. Then define the CIDR block for all the public subnet. That is 10.0.1.0/24/20. So basically we have taken the /24 CIDR block. You can take as per your requirement. My public IP on it, IP on launch. So basically these are the public subnet. So we will map the public IP with the instances we are going to launch in public subnet. And the availability zone, AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. So basically in that region there are 3 availability zones. So in each availability zone there will be one subnet, one public subnet. After that we will define the private subnet. So there are also the 3 private subnet in each availability zone. Same VPC ID, CIDR block given, and so here you need to remember that it is a private subnet. You are going to provision your databases or some institutions which not going to be exposed publicly. So that why you have given the map public IP on launch false. It in these instances don't require the public IP. Then you need to define the internet gateway. So resource AWS internet gateway. You have given the name of gateway, and it will be created in this VPC ID you are going to create. Then route table. So this is the main public route table. It will be created in this VPC ID, CIDR block 1. That means all the traffic going to public internet. The gateway ID is this. So all the instances in the public subnet will will have access the internet. So that's why the internet gateway. That's why the route table is we will create the route table according to this. Now you need to associate route table with the subnet on each availability zone. So for associating the route table with the public subnet, we are creating the AWS route table association resource. Then given the name, then subnet 1, 2, there are 3 public subnets. So for all the public subnet, we need to associate that route table. So in that way, we will define these things in vpc.tf. Now you have created a private subnet also, and you need to create some instances like database or caching, anything which you don't want to expose to the public, but sometimes you need to transfer the log, or sometimes you need to provide some access to maintenance guy or engineer for those servers, so that maybe third party. So for that you need to access from internet to those servers. So for that you cannot access them because they are in private subnet. So for that we will create the net gateway. So we will create the net gateway and associate the net gateway with the private subnet. So for creating the net gateway, we are going to use a net.tf. So this is the resource, and for net gateway, we need a public IP uh, for connecting to the for connecting to the internet. That's why we are going to use AWS EIP. It will create this resource will create the elastic IP and VPC equal to true. Now resource AWS net gateway allocation ID and then subnet ID. It will be created in public subnet and depends on the AWS Internet Gateway main gateway. Then VPC. Then we will create the route table, main private route table. CIDR block is this, and it will terminate at net gateway. So that means through net gateway you can access your private instances which are in private subnet. Now you need to associate that private subnet with that net gateway. So for this we have to create AWS route table association for each private subnet, and we will give the subnet ID and the route table ID. So in that way the NAT gateway will be created and associated with the private subnet. Now let's run the Terraform command to create the VPC subnet and NAT gateway. First we will run the Terraform init. Now all is fine. Now we will run the Terraform plan. It will show you are going to create these resources on AWS. Now next stage is to apply. Now it is creating the first is a EIP net, then VPC main is creating. It will take some time. Now it is creating the subnet, both public and private. It has been completed. Now creating the internet gateway, associating the route table with the public and private subnet. You have to keep patience. It will take some time. Meanwhile, you can have a look on console that it is getting created. Now log into your AWS management console. Click on VPC. Now you can see that its main VPC is created, CIDR block you have given, route table, public route table has been created. You can see that it has been created. Internet gateway, it has been created and attached. You can also have a look at that one elastic IP is also that will be associated with the net gateway. Now net gateway is getting created. It's a pending in state. Just wait for a few minutes. Yeah, you can see that net gateway. So net gateway creation complete. Just refresh it. Yeah, you can see that it is available now. Now you have seen that a private route table is also created. Go to the here route table and you can have a look on the private route table. You can see private route table is associated with the net gateway and the public is associated with the internet gateway. So guys, in this way you can create the VPC. It's very simple. No need to predict. Just you need to careful about the CIDR block for your VPC and for your subnet. You need as per requirement, as per your company and how many VPC are you going to use, how will they will communicate with each other, so that should be keep in mind. Now I'm going to destroy. So guys, it will take some time. Yes. Yeah, you can say it is destroying. Now you have a look. You can have a look on this. You can say that sub route table is deleted. Last IP is not deleted yet. Yeah, it is still destroying. So that gateway is getting deleted. It's deleting. So no elastic IP. Elastic IP also has been deleted. That gateway is deleted. Internet gateway is also deleted. Now you can see that destroy complete. All the resources have been destroyed. So in that way, you can create VPC as per your requirement. If you want to look at commands, you can go to my blog and check. We have given the full details of all the files. You need to open this URL and you will get all the resources description here. Thank you guys, and make sure if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it, like it and share it and get benefit in future. Thank you.